My opponent comes straight at me with a right hand. I step on number 1 directional movement line, blocking with my inside left hand, simultaneously striking underneath my attacker's chin. Once I have him off balance from here, I'm stepping in, placing him into a scissor choke while also collecting him at the back of his knee. I'm taking him down with an Osoto Gari to the ground. From here, my attacker is smart and he tries to relieve himself from the choke. As this energy is coming up, I let it go, take it out and around him, keeping control of him, finishing him off with a strike to the base of the skull. My opponent grabs me, trying to control my energy. I intercept his right hand, turning it around with my body, not just with my hand or wrist, but with my body. This energy causes him to try to counter by throwing his elbow towards me. I go with that energy, collecting it behind his back. I have his other arm trapped. I deliver 2 knees to his head, which he cannot defend, bring him straight down to the ground, finishing him off with a strike to the base of the skull. My opponent throws a round punch with his left arm, and I block incorrectly. I'm now possible that he's going to hit me with the right, but I simultaneously strike into his ribs because this is what is exposed to me. Now I want to move to the outside of my opponent, so I cross his arm over. From here, I deliver 2 elbow strikes to the side of his head. I'm going to take him down to the ground, but I'm going to keep his arm on about a 45-degree angle from his body. As I take him down in this position, it makes it so he can't roll over. And from here, I'm just picking his arm up, breaking it. My opponent tries to attack me with a straight right hand. I step out on number 4 directional movement line, coming in for a water technique, striking him to the face. At the same time, I'm collecting at the knee. As I'm behind him, I go to put him into a sleeper. He tries to counter by punching to my face. I actually take this energy back, and as I take him off his center of gravity, I finish him with a strike down into his sternum. My opponent is using his right arm to grab me, trying to control me. I take this energy and I'm going to break it at the elbow as I step around. From here, my right arm continues to come around, taking his center of gravity. As I've stepped all the way around my opponent, I take him to the ground. I have control of his right arm. I'm going to use this to manipulate him onto his stomach where he's defenseless. My knee is in his spine. I'm pulling up, tapping him out. My attacker comes at me with a straight right hand. I step back, snapping him under the chin with a high snap kick. As I come down with the attacking leg, I continue elbowing to the head and into the chin. As I'm behind my attacker, I switch over, collecting underneath, choking him to finish him off as I still have him. I have the center of gravity taken from him. It's a sternum shot with my elbow, taking him down to the ground. Me and my attacker are at a critical distance here where he can easily come to strike me, so I decide to attack first. I step forward on number 7, catching across his lead arm while simultaneously striking him into his face, also making sure that my right knee is collecting behind his lead leg. My attacker is smart, and as this punch comes through, he moves with it, trying to take me into a straight arm lock. Energy is going across his body. I go with it, turning my elbow in, taking him down with my elbow pushing into his collarbone. I've still kept his lead arm collected. I manipulate it, putting him onto his stomach where he's defenseless, finishing him with a strike to the base of the skull. My opponent grabs onto me like he's going to throw me doing a hip throw. And when he steps in, I step back, taking away his center of gravity. And I got several options to continue taking his energy. I'm going to manipulate him at his chin, taking the energy through his head and neck. So I step back in one motion, I take him down and around to the ground. However, my opponent kept control of me to the way to the ground. I attempted to do a choke, but he continued to pull me over. I had to continue his energy around, getting a much better base the second time around, applying the scissor choke and choking him out.